Hello, all. Welcome to episode 1 of Let's Talk Chatbots. This is Regda. I'm a technical content writer for iNextLab, and I'm thrilled to be the moderator for this session. Today, we have Josita, currently working as an intern in iNextLab, who's going to brief us on how chatbots help to enhance the healthcare industry. Over to you, Josita.
Thank you for the opportunity. So, hi everyone, I am Josita and I'm currently pursuing my Information Systems degree in Singapore Management University, and I'm currently working as an intern in iNextLabs. So, I've been researching on how healthcare industry can get benefited from chatbots, and I created a list of most important aspects of my research with respect to the healthcare bots, which I would like to talk about now.
That's nice. We are all yours. Go ahead, Josita.
Okay, so without further ado, let us take a look at what the healthcare industry is and how iNextLab helps to enhance the healthcare services provided. So, as we know, there are a lot of challenges faced in the healthcare industry, and emerging trends are propelling the adoption of new technologies in the healthcare sector. So, nowadays, we are all completing our tasks using mobile phones. Hence, patients these days would also like to handle all the healthcare related tasks using their phones, from booking appointments to checking the diagnosis for their symptoms. However, I learned that with the increasing need of these services, there are many issues faced in the industry. That is, although patients can book their appointments online, which is convenient for them, clinics are experiencing an increase in no shows, where patients book an appointment and they tend to intentionally or unintentionally not turn up for their slots. Furthermore, with the increased patient inflow and with hospitals being understaffed, it is difficult for the nurses to check the symptoms of the patients and give them the basic diagnosis. So, this leads to long patient waiting time. Apart from this, with the increased patient inflows, hospitals struggle to handle all the patients and their data. Since healthcare services are new to using technology, their processes in hospitals and clinics tend to be inefficient. At iNext Labs, we harness the power of conversational AI in medical institutions, and we are rewriting the rules of patient engagement. With the boom in the number of medical insurers, hospitals must also coordinate with the insurance companies as well to make medical claims on behalf of the customers, so which is an added responsibility to the healthcare service providers. So you may ask, how does iNext Healthcare help uh, healthcare service providers to do their part? So in iNext Labs, we have developed a chatbot for healthcare. So in this chatbot, patients can book their appointments, get reminders for their appointments, research the service providers, and choose the one that suits them best. And they can even make their payments on this chatbot. So these features helps to enhance the patient experience while improving the efficiency in hospitals and clinics. So we are now intending to expand our services and provide more advanced features for both the patients and the clinics. So now let us take a look at some of the new use cases that iNext Healthcare is exploring. So for the first use case, we're going to take a look at is provider lookup. So our healthcare chatbot can help the user to find the right healthcare service provider closest to the user. This bot will check the type of healthcare provider the user is looking for, such as general practitioner, dentist, or even a specialist. So based on the preferred type of doctor, they can then choose the specialty of the doctor and even the gender of the doctor. So soon after that, the bot will request the users their location to find out the nearest healthcare provider with the next appointment available on the closest date. Users can then schedule their appointment with the recommended healthcare provider. The next use case we're going to take a look at is file a claim. So this feature of a chatbot helps to assist users to file healthcare insurance claims via a simple conversation. The bot will ask them the insurance ID, the insurance group name, after which they will be asked to identify what kind of healthcare service they acquired and what is the cost of it. The users will then be identified whether they are an outpatient or an inpatient. So the bot then attaches all this information along with the patient's bill and their personal information, and these will be sent to the insurance company. So the insurance company will then be able to directly contact the patient about their claim. So the final use case we're going to take a look at is triage and handoff. So this is an extended version of the built-in symptom checker. The bot will ask the patient questions on the symptoms and the possible causes that they are suspecting. So after asking a series of questions based on the bot's knowledge, the symptom checker will be able to give a few suggestions with the exact causes of the symptom. So for example, a patient can enter symptoms such as they're facing headache or dizziness. The bot will then ask for their gender, age, and even if they have any pre-existing conditions. After which, the bot will suggest some symptoms that are usually faced by patients who face these common symptoms. So for example, vomiting can be associated with headache. The bot will then ask questions on how severe are these symptoms and how it affects their daily life. For example, one can say they can feel dizzy whenever they stand up. So if the frequency is very high, the bot might suggest them to immediately go and check a doctor. Finally, based on all the answers provided to the bot, the bot will be able to suggest certain illnesses and like what are the reason behind these symptoms. So these are some of my key aspects of my research. And thank you for your time. And do let me know if you have any questions.
It was very informative, Josita. Before we conclude, I have few questions from a layman's point of view. So number one, apart from providing information regarding appointments, drug symptoms, or like drugs or other symptoms, what else can the chatbot do exclusively?
That's a great question. So in our chatbot, it doesn't always ask questions regarding symptoms or drug interactions. Patients often need information related to medical equipment as well. So for example, they often need to know like where to get their wheelchair serviced or where to source for new oxygen cylinders. So hospitals and clinics can learn from the questions that the patient asks the bots, and they can start providing this information at the point of care instead of forcing the patients to search for this information later. Healthcare insurance providers will also be able to deploy our bots to answer common questions related to coverage, claims, and procedures. So, this helps to free up the agents and allow them to focus on more difficult cases and do more productive work.
Great. Okay. And I have a personal question to ask. Does the chatbot provide prescribed drug information?
Yes, on an average, a patient spends a significant amount of time researching on the medication that they have been prescribed. So chatbots can be used by pharmacies across the world to answer common medication questions such as the composition, drug interactions, recommended dosage, side effects, differences between generic and name brands, so on and so forth. So they can even be used as an inexpensive and unique networking tool for both pharmacies and manufacturers on websites, apps, and other digital channels.
Yeah, that's nice. So, last but not the least, I have a fun final question for you. How does iNextLab healthcare bots help clinics, and what does it intend to do?
So thank you for this question. iNextLabs healthcare bot help clinics to increase their efficiency with the help of digitalization. Where, for instance, nurses do not have to directly deal with patient appointments. Instead, the bot can help to handle the appointments as well as go a step further to send patient reminders. So furthermore, the bot will also be able to note the symptoms of the patients and provide them with the initial diagnosis. So this helps to reduce the burden for the doctors and the nurses as well.
Yeah, great. I don't want to keep holding you. Let's say we've come to the end of this session. Thank you, Josita, for an enlightening presentation of the use cases of healthcare bots. We appreciate having this area clarified. Thank you for all your time and efforts. I look forward to our next interaction very soon. All the very best.
Thank you.